Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, emphasis on the .net, and I'm here today to do a live interactive. As always, hi, everybody. Elantra, as always, please, if you do a super chat, please put your question with the super chat, and I would really love it if you just put one question in, because we put a zillion in, then a lot of people lose out their turn because we kind of lose things. So one question, that's all we need. We will go back and look for it if we miss it. And wow, hi everybody. And we always try to do the first person on and the second person. Just so you know.
Let's just jump into it.
Okay, I keep on talking. I know.
Yep.
You got questions?
Yep.
Cool.
Elantra asks, "Does Marquise still love me?"
I can't say he's ever. The word is not love, honestly. At this point, it's intrigued. He's very intrigued by you. He's very interested in you. But honest to God, Marquise comes across as a little self-centered, a little bit prone to think about himself before he thinks about other people. But he is intrigued by you. He's curious about you. He's interested in you. But if you're holding your breath waiting for him, I'd go out and look for somebody else. In that case, he'd be there like a dirty shirt. I can almost guarantee it, because he knows what is his and he wants his to stay his, but he's not going to work for what is his. So go out and find another guy, and you'll find out exactly how he feels.
Alexis May Adams asks, "Does Stephen miss me?"
Actually, yes, he does miss you. There's a kind of a sadness. It's not his whole being. It doesn't take over his whole being, but there's a part of there's a bit of a sadness around him when he stops and thinks about you. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, and it does feel like he's going to be away for a time. And his thoughts are on other things, mostly because I think what he's doing probably is rather important. But when he does stop and think about you, it is with sadness. So yes, he does miss you. Okay.
Leticia Espinosa says, "How are you?"
I'm good, thank you. I had a good day today.
Gabby Kovalenko asks, "Hello. Was my ex-boyfriend Remington my past life soulmate or a current twin flame? Thank you. Did they change?"
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
I just found that out today, actually. Okay, let me see. Remington. So yes, in your past life, he has been the perfect mate for you. And your relationship was extremely good in that lifetime. In this lifetime, you're kind of slightly vibe differently than you used to. So he might be that he is there for you now, but it will take a little bit more work, a little more finessing. It's sort of like going together like this, and you have to learn to go together like this. So it's not like it's out of phase. So, well, it is out of phase, but it's not that it can't be brought into phase. So is he your present day soulmate or twin flame? He's probably a fairly decent match. Okay.
Debbie with a $2 super chat asks, "Should I go back to working in child care?"
I I get the feeling that there's another area you probably enjoy, maybe even better or even more, because I have a feeling you burned out, and you're just thinking, well, it's easy. I've already got the contacts and things like that. You are a caregiver, and that is a definite thing. But when I looked at you, I saw something else. I saw a palette, maybe older people, and you've been on the chat for a while, Debbie. Your energy is it's very powerful. It's very strong. It's very loving, and I would look into palliative care if you can. And being around people who are passing, it is an extreme honor. I have been around people who have passed, and it is probably one of the best memories I've ever had. It, it's and when you realize this is just a stopover, it's not the end. It makes it a lot easier. Think about it. I do think you want to expand your horizons a bit, but for a short term, I suspect you'd be okay back in childcare, and it's fun, etc. And I'm talking a lot, and it looks like there's a lot of questions.
Yep. Going back, Jenny Jones asks, should I get back with my ex?
So I asked you, Jenny, whether you should get back with your ex, and you're going, nope, nope, nope. So there's a part of you that does not think that's a good idea. And when I tune into your ex, he's a little bit big for his britches. It's the polite way of saying it. And with you can be patient a little while longer. There is somebody who is actually will treat you like a young queen. All right? Be patient.
Tommy Two Toes Jenkins.
That's a great name.
This is a funny name. I like it. I'm a former member of Heaven's Gate cult, and I believe tomorrow the rest of the members are going to ascend to the next level of human evolution. Do you see any truth in this?
Yeah, I'd love to say yes, because that would be awesome. I don't see it. And the fact that you decided to pull out of it would be, I think, your answer. Because if it was real and truthful, you wouldn't have pulled out. There will be something happen. Mostly, I think you'll find it will be disappointment. But wait and see.
Mysterious Moon asks, will Carmen find a career or job that he loves?
Carmen appears to be a bit of a daydreamer. And he appears that it's very difficult to keep him on track. He says eventually, yes, this is going to happen. He's going to find what he's looking for. It may be something totally off the wall compared to what people expect him to do. If he's anywhere literary at all, suggest to him that he try to write, because he's kind of, he feels like he's off in his daydreams a lot, and people like that often make really good writers. It's a hard job being a writer. Very few people actually make a living at it, but it might be worth looking into. If he's young, give him time. If he's under 30, 33, give him time. It's just time right now. And I wish it was better news. Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, "Hi, can I trust Zoella? Zoella. Zoella.
It's all right.
Sorry."
Well, the fact that you asked this question probably tells me you already know the answer. And the answer I get from you is maybe 40% of the time you can trust her. And so that leaves 60% of the time that you're sitting there scratching your head. Is she telling me the truth, or what's happening? I would, when she says something, pull out a pendulum and ask, is this the truth or is this a falsehood? Because she's prone to thinking she's telling the truth or wanting it to be the truth. But pendulum would be fun and quick. Or you can do muscle testing. Okay.
Angela Patterson
Hi,
asks,
Angela.
"I'm wondering if my grandparents have anything to say. I think I felt them today while I was upset and going through the remainder of their things." I can read, promise.
Your grandmother puts her arms around you metaphorically, or maybe you can actually feel it. And she says, please, darling, don't feel that way. We're always with you. We just love you to bits. Actually, it was bits and pieces, but your grandfather's just sitting there going, women, why do they get so emotional? But you could feel that he loves you too. And he's saying it's just stuff. It's just stuff. Don't worry about it. So yeah, they mostly the message is that they just love you greatly and they're always with you. They're not leaving you. They're going to stay with you. Be quiet, and you can feel what they're feeling about you every day. They'll give you messages. In fact, stay away from that guy. Yes, I like him. Those kind of messages. But mostly it's just I love you.
Rachel Snow asks, hi, how are you? Can you give me some advice? I'm just looking for positive vibes. Sending.
So what's happening with you is you're in between. You're not here and you're not there, and you feel like you're walking in a fog. Because when I look at you, I just see a fog, and I see over there in the distance, I see a light, and it's coming. But when you're not on this level and you're not on that level, it is one of the worst feelings in creation. It just feels like the next foot forward is the only space I can see. So if you can, and that's positive. It really is positive. It just feels like crap. But I've been there many times as I go from one level to another level, and you're always going up a level. So if you can, if you're any place near a lake or any kind of water, and there's a pathway to walk along it, go walk along that pathway. The water will help you clear your energy a bit. And with my daughter sent you energy, just know you've been whammied. She's really good.
A good whammy. Not a bad whammy.
Good whammy. But I call her my bulldozer because she goes in and she cleans up everything. So good luck.
Lakshmi asks, hello, wise lady. I caught you. Did you? I still see her right in front of me. Sorry. How is the path for my work to the U.S.? Is it long, short, bumpy, no path?
I do see it. It's there. It's not going to be any of the don't feel it's going to be any of the places you've been before. It feels more Midwest, maybe upper towards Canada, Canadian border. I don't see it happening soon. And it could be Arizona or, anything like that. I don't see it happening soon, but I don't see it happening really years from now either. So it's sort of do some clearing, do some energy clearing, and clear the vibrations out, and you will find that things move really fast for you after that. Okay.
Lily asks, "Hello, how's you? I made an investment with some men in the UK, and now I think it was not right. One of them has not contacted me since months, and I wonder if he has any truth to say to me. Should I? Her question gets cut off, but
I think I know the answer.
Okay.
What I would do is get a letterhead from a lawyer, write it in very formal letters, in a very formal way that you're searching. The door shut. Write in a very formal way that you're taking legal action, and see what happens. I do believe this person is kind of greedy, and everything will be. I can't promise you get the money back, but if you give if it appears to be legal action is going to be taken, the chances are higher that you'll get that money back.
Next one. Arlene Ross.
Hi,
asks,
Arlene.
Hi, my daughter passed away 3 years ago on August 15th.
Condolences. That's something a mother never gets over.
The pain and sadness is profound.
Mm-hmm.
Is she around?
She is actually, and she's doing great, by the way. Let's give me a minute. So when people from the other side, they send energy, emotions. It's very pure, not like you have here on Earth. And what she sent to me, well, it's making me cry. She wants you to know how much she loves you. And she's really sorry on the way things transpired. But she's doing really well on this side. There's many people who've come and helped her. And she's been going to school, different kind of school than you'd think of, and learning a lot. She sees things so much clearer now. And the amount of love she's sending you is a bit overwhelming. But she wants you. She knows you can't get over it because a mother doesn't. But she wants you to feel at ease because she's doing well. And she wants you to do as much as you can to feel really good. For me, that's the worst nightmare. I apologize for being so sentimental. But the love she's sending is really powerful.
Do you want some more next one?
No, but I think we better go to the next question.
Well, you did get, wow, that was so beautiful. Cuenca Westbrook asks, is my ex-husband being watched by law enforcement?
I think I've answered this before, and I know there's somebody watching him, and if it's police, it's plain clothes men. I would suggest strongly, if you have a choice, don't be near him. Don't don't spend time with him, because you don't want to get swept up in whatever's going on. I'm pretty certain it could be detrimental to people's health. Okay.
Next one?
Yeah.
Also, you're getting, please don't apologize. You're a beautiful woman with a big heart. So, cry. I'm cute.
I am. Okay.
Leticia Espinosa says, tell me please, what is happening to Jorge? Does he still love me?
Jorge.
I had a cat named Jorge once.
He's really, at this moment, his attention is all spent. It's all over the place. It's here, it's there. He's not really grounded at all. But when you go behind, below, if he go, and if he's like this, don't reach out to him. Don't ask him questions or anything. He can't handle it. Just send him support. Just say, I support you. Whatever. Don't ask him questions about how he's feeling about you or anything like that, because he's just not grounded. After he gets over what he's going through, then he will reach back to you, if you've supported him all along the way. If you haven't, then he will just sort of walk away. But at this moment, it's his thinking's all about himself and how to deal with the situation. But if you can be patient, his energy will come around back to you. Okay.
Next one comes from Mimi. She asks, why did Felicia fire me, and will I get my job back?
Felicia was in extremely bad mood. She basically took out her bad mood on you. And at times she thinks you're a little bit cocky. I suspect that's a little bit of jealousy on her part. She does appear to be relenting a little bit. She hasn't decided, or the decision has not been made to bring you back in yet. All I can say for sure is her energy is softening a bit. If she doesn't bring you back in, there's a job for you just around the corner. And I don't know if that's literal or figurative. All right. But you won't be without for long. Don't 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 write anything, don't send her anything recriminatory or negative. It would be it will be detrimental for anything you can do. Just be mum for a bit. All right.
Okay. Laher asks, I would like to know if there is a stable, long-lasting love coming my way in the near future.
Okay. My apologies for what I'm about to say. If you want a long lasting, positive love, the first person that you need to love is yourself. The first person that you need to work on is yourself. That is the best way to attract a love that's true and real. At this point, if you stay the same, you will have more of the same. But as you become more confident and self-loving and forgiving yourself, the energy is that you will do much better. It's actually not that hard to do. Well, it is, but there's ways out there to get help if you can't do it on your own. There's theta healing. There's biofield energy. All these are extremely powerful ways of dealing with it. A few other things too. I mean, just talking to people, etc., etc. Okay.
Miriam asks, any advice from my guides about my ex?
If you can walk away, I know that's pretty blunt and pretty brutal, but if you can walk away, if he holds he holds stuff of yours hostage, it might be figure out whether it's important to you or not. And if it's not, and you can get more of it, walk away. There's a deep desire there to be the one in control, to be the one that calls the shots. And it's not healthy for you. Not for you. He's the one that has the desire to call the shots. If you can, if it's feasible at all. If not, try and get a third party person to do the talking, the negotiating, because it's always going to be a bit of a trip with him. Okay.
Courtney Milan asks, my ear feels clogged and plugged these past couple of days, but I still hear a little bit. If I go to the hospital, will this issue resolve and I'll be okay? I'm hoping I'm not going deaf.
Well, if it's clogged and feels watery, I have the same problem. Can you grab there's a box in there.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me more like it's an energy shift that's happening, and that happens a lot. People get vertigo right now. A lot of people have got vertigo right now because of the energy shifts and changes. It's just the box. It should be right here. It's a real pain in the, you know what? Probably the eardrums. but it will, I don't feel you going deaf. There might be something you don't want to hear, and and with you can figure out what that is, that will also clear it up. But my feeling is that it has more to do with the energy shifts than with you being going deaf. Can you not find it?
No, not easily. We will post it in the comments after we're done.
Oh, okay. It's basically it's an antihistamine that my doctor recommended for me.
Oh, the Claritin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Communication called missing.
I mean, helps when one person just wants to hear something. Sorry.
So my doctor recommended this. I hope it's the right side up for you. But and it works really well for me. You can get a 24-hour one or a 12-hour one. Oh, and I've had vertigo for like 6 weeks now because of the energy shift. One of my lady who does biofield, she says there was a couple of vortexes above me that came together, and so that and things like that. So just don't worry about it. I'm pretty certain your hearing's going to be fine. Mind you, as we age, we lose hearing. You just ask my daughter.
Huh?
Now I'm talking about me talking to you.
That was the joke.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, Anjali asks, does AJ have feelings for me?
He's kind of shy and sweet, and he's looking at you, and he's considering quite closely how he feels about you. And he's got this sort of smile on his face that if he was a woman, I would say was a Madonna smile. You know, that secretive smile that you don't really know what she's thinking. Be patient. He's not going to move fast, but I think he does like you. But it's the patience, and allow him to chase you. I tell that all the time. You make sure that the guy likes you more than you like him, because it just works better for both parties. Why, I don't know, but it just seems to work that way.
Ilani with a $2 super chat asks, how does George feel about the conversation we had today?
He's thinking about it. He's not denying it. He's not going, oh yeah, you're 100% right. He's thinking about it, and he's thinking about it seriously. He's leaning towards positive rather than negative. And he's intrigued. I think the fact that you had a conversation with him like you did surprised him, and I kind of think he liked it. Like the fact that you talked to him like that. All right.
Sharon B asks, will my boyfriend ever build his house in Mexico like he wants to?
He will, but not. It's not a priority with him at the moment. It's a dream, and he's enjoying the dream, and that's part of what he's enjoying is the dream. I don't see it happening really soon, but time is sped up with the new energy, so it could be faster than I'm seeing. But I think more than anything, he's enjoying the dream. So enjoy the dream with him. Okay.
Next. Gabriela Ruiz asks, will my mom ever ask me to come pick up my things from her house? We've had not spoken in a year now.
At this point in time, I don't see it happening. She's still very, her energy is still very fretful, still very sort of, she doesn't know how to put things into words very well. She's still feeling a little bit sorry for herself. I'm not sure exactly. She's not seeing things in a clear light. That I guess that would be the better way of saying it. She's just seeing things the way she wants to see them, not in reality. If it's stuff you really need, maybe it's time to get a third party involved to be a mediator. If it's not something you need, then walk away from it. Some things are just not worth worrying about. And I do believe she, like I said before, I think she stashed stuff in the basement, hasn't thrown them out, but she's not looking after them either. So I don't know how the shape would be. When I say basement, I see it in a corner that looks sort of cobwebby. I'm not sure how good it will be when you get there because she's not looking after it. Okay.
Kelly Phelps asks, do you see a good man coming in my near future?
He's just right by your shoulder. And that's not something I see often. So just go about your life, enjoying your life thoroughly without expectation. Because if you have expectation, again, my metaphor is it's like soap in the bathtub when you're a kid. Hands aren't big enough to grasp the soap and it all skitters away. So just go live your life, be happy, smile a lot, because your smile will attract this person. And he's already at your shoulder. You probably already know him. And you just haven't turned around and looked at him. And he may not be what you generally look for. That's why you might not have seen him. Maybe you look for somebody with a goatee and he doesn't have it. So just be patient. But that person is already very aware of you.
Leah Smith says, my boyfriend has a deportation order and is planning on leaving to Mexico. If he goes, how long will it take him to come back? I feel like this has been asked before.
It has, and I have to tell you the same thing. I can't tell you. I'm not really good with timing. I feel a year. I think I said that before.
Yeah. She also adds this time, if you don't know how long it will take, can you tell me if it will be quick or slow?
I feel that he has things he needs to do when he gets to Mexico before he can get back. Whether it's clearing up stuff in Mexico or going through the bureaucracy to get through or to get back. But there's things he has to do. Just support him. Just send him love, and that's the best you can do for him. Okay.
Okay. Kristen Meat asks, does my immediate family believe that I live in the same apartment complex as them?
Yeah, yeah. I think they do, unless things have changed in the last week. They I think they don't realize that that where you were is not where you are, because well, I suspect you started out in one place and you moved to another. They don't want to know, I don't think, if you have actually moved, for what reason you may have moved. They want, so they just would rather not know all the intricacies that are involved with you. Mostly because I get a sense of insecurity from them, that they're not sure how you. So because you appear to be what many people would call the black sheep of the family, you you're a little bit more avant-garde than they're used to, and they're just I think they think not knowing saves them from being emotionally distraught.
Kylie Brown asks, will Jose ever contact me? We haven't spoken in 2 years.
I suspect at this point in time, he's moved on to a different lifestyle, a different way of being. If it is somebody that is going to contact you, it won't be for quite a while. If you're waiting for him, don't. If you're thinking he's coming back, maybe in 10 years, and something may be wonderful in 10 years approximately. But at this point, I think you're better off going on and moving on. And yeah, he says don't wait around to see if there's any conversation coming my way, because his life is different right now. He's emotionally involved in a different way, different lifestyle.
Gabriella asks, does Milagros or German have a message for me?
Milagros seems to say hi, and he's happy for you. It's and I'm assuming that when you ask for a message, that he's on the other side, and the energy from him is joyful and happy, and he's really pleased that you've reached out to him or her. I'm not sure. The energy is sort of, but he's very happy he reached out, and is very wanting you to be. Tell me. He just wants you to live your life joyfully. He wants you to be very happy. And actually, he's basically says, thank you for reaching out. I'm really glad to hear from you. And he does want you to know that everything's really kind of cool on this side. And when it is actually your time to come over, he'll show you around. But it's a long time from now. No rush, because because there's a lot of things that are really positive on our side as well. And he's kind of laughs, kind of humorous, and he Yeah. And he thinks there's a lot of things that you can accomplish. Basically, what he said was, "You go, girl." So I think whatever it is, he's quite delighted with you. Okay.
Caitlin Brooks asks, "What's going on between Sabrina and Caesar? I've heard they are separated, but I'm not sure why."
So they might be separated, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's long term. And and what they, if they are separated, it's something they can work through if they choose, because they're really a lot of pissiness going on there, and that's not a kind of energy that lasts. It's one that when the communication starts, it works through clearly. And they're not going to tell me why, because according to them, it's nobody's business but their own. And they'd like it to stay that way for a while at least.
Nancy Jones asks, "If I get called to move, would it be a great choice to actually move?"
Moving would create a lot of change in your life. Would create a lot of learning and lessons, which you would actually find it would be beneficial. You'd probably be moving back. You probably wouldn't stay away long from where you're living. I'm not sure if it's because you have family there, or it's just where your heart is. You say, would it be beneficial for you? What I get is it'd be beneficial for lessons, which, if you don't need the lessons, wouldn't be beneficial for you. But if the lesson is what you want and it helps you grow, then yeah, it'll be beneficial. Plus, it would open up your vision a little bit. But there's no clear cut. Yes, it's good for you. No, it's not. And I didn't ask for if it would give you a promotion or money or anything. And so probably there'd be a little bit more money involved. It doesn't seem to be a huge difference, honestly. On, and I could be wrong. Career-wise, I still feel that you might end up coming back, but career-wise, it might be a positive.
Alicia asks, "What are the reasons Justin is not asking me out if he likes me? Why haven't you asked him out?"
Well, when it comes to matters of the heart, he's slightly bashful and insecure. He's not 100. He's not sure of himself, whether he makes good decisions or not. Um, he's afraid that having a relationship would cost more than he can afford. I'm not sure if he's a little bit codo, or if he's just simply uh, putting money away for a future. Um, And part of it is a waiting game. Part of it, he's just got a waiting game. Don't wait around for him. If he likes you and you're unavailable, he will try harder.
A $5 super chat from MH. He asks, I'm like Pinky in the Brain. I have the same question that you must be tired of answering. How is Aisu? Also, he adds, Eliz-sha, I am happy, extremely happy seeing you and also hearing your voice. Really soothing.
Oh, it's nice to talk to you, MH. Always. The energy around is softening, gentling. It's a lot more breathing, a lot more capability of breathing and feeling better. It's like daylight is coming, and the eyes, she can open her eyes again and start to see beyond. It feels like work has become more important to her than anything else at the moment. She doesn't want to deal with anything that is outside of work at the moment. But her mind has become laser sharp on working with situations at work, and she's putting all her effort into it at the moment. It does appear that she will be going on some kind of vacation in the next little while. It might be a vacation that takes her out of the city, out of the country a little bit. So I'm not sure if it's extended or just for the normal length of a vacation.
Another $5 super chat from Shante G. She asks, what is my spiritual path and am I on the right one?
It seems that you have the ability to be a medium. Your intuition is very powerful. You're basically a caregiver. And I'm not saying you have to go out and look after little kids or old people or people who are sick, but you care for people deeply, and that's the nature of being in the spiritual realm, right? Is that you care for people. You do appear to be you doing things right, and you're just, all you have to do is wait for the doors to open, and they are opening basically as we speak. Behind one door there appears to be a wolf, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say the wolf is one of your spirit animals, and I'll let you Google that. I could give you a short answer, but you probably Googling a wolf spirit animal would be far more elucidating. So probably to the energy of the shaman, energy, dreamers, things like that would be a powerful way for you. On my website, I have a lady. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's a shaman and she's also a dreamer. She has a group called Dreams and Visions, which I would recommend you join. And it has a cat facing away, and it's and it's dreams and visions. What does it have her name on it? Okay. I would recommend you join that group just so that you can spend some time talking to her. She loves to talk as long as it's on Messenger. But she your energy feels closer to hers, except that she would never ever be a medium. But I do feel the mediumship is powerful within you. Okay.
Keisha W asks, "What's important? An important message? What important messages do I need to hear? Thank you."
Well, first of all, your guides tell me you're doing all right. And then they sort of go chin up. So, what I'm suspecting is from what the message they're giving you is that life has been a little bit difficult for you because they also say put one step foot in front of the other. Again, know that it is the energy. Know that this temporary, it will not last. Well, it might last because the energy just seems to be getting more and more powerful. But the more you've done to clear your energy, the easier it gets. So if there's a roadblock in the way, ask what it means. If there's and don't ask what it means for other people. Ask what it means for you. For instance, I had a roadblock that just happened, and I asked. I finally said, "Okay, this is not working. How? Why is it happening for me? What is it called? Why am I reacting this way?" And I was giving my power away. So, and it can be many different answers. Mostly, it just feels like you're not 100% sure what's direction you're supposed to be going because the energy has kind of tossed you around. The answer is before you do anything, ground. And how do you ground? There's many ways of doing it. Granite, carry granite. I because it's one of the most grounding things you can get. Do a quick grab air, breathe. Once you're grounded, and you can shake off the energy because I also see a load on your shoulders. Just kind of let it go because it's not yours. And even with your supporting other people, let their energy go. You can support them better if you're not carrying it for them. Okay, first of all, ground, and your guides say you're doing fine. It's it's just part of what you're going through. And reach out and be around people who are in the same path as you. All right.
Sunshine asks, "Is there a job opportunity I'm going to like coming in August for me?"
I believe so. And I hate saying times. Around the 15th to the 20th is probably when it's going to happen. But it's something that you may not, you'll look at it and say, yeah, no, I don't think I like that. But look at it again because the description doesn't fit the actuality. All right. I do think I do think that it's a surprise kind of job, or one that you usually would put your nose up, but it's something you will enjoy.
Gladys MM asks, "My ex and I have a 7 I have a 7-year-old with my ex. He never really cared. He never really cared for why is he coming back again. He is in the States. I'm in Canada. I hope you can answer me.
It's quite involved. There's a few things that are happening, I believe. And it's, if you feel like it, please message me, Elisha Keating, on Messenger on Facebook. It'd be easier for me to explain on Facebook than here, because like I say, it's a little bit involved.
Shay asks, why is Marv so defensive again towards me?
It seems like somebody has said things about you to him which aren't necessarily true and probably aren't true, but the person is a little bit like Loki and likes to ferment discord. Because I don't feel that it's something that he actually chose to feel that way. It's just his understanding of the events are not necessarily related to the truth. Okay.
Taria Avelos asks, is Arthur a better match for me than Edmund?
It might be actually, yes. Look at each man clearly, but it seems that it was Arthur, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Arthur is a little more steady, more steadfast. Might be a little more boring, but boring is actually better long term. Somebody that you can be friends with long term, because after 2 or 3 years, friendship is the most important part. It feels like Arthur long term will be less flighty, more likely to be supportive. One of my friends said, look at the way the person treats their mother, because that was their first relationship, and that will be how they will treat you. So look at that. Look at how they treat their parents, and that will give you a really good idea of how that your relationship will develop over time. All right.
And I believe that is our last question of the night.
Wow. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was an interesting night. It's not often I get to cry on public.
That lady, she did send the message you gave her from her daughter was much needed and appreciated. She didn't mean to make you cry, but thank you so very much. I'm paraphrasing because it was way back and I can't find it quickly.
Yeah, no, the energy, when the people from the other side come through, the energy is so clear and so strong. It just sort of sometimes blows me away. And it's not a problem. I'm fine with it. Not very professional of me, but but it's sometimes the love was so profound. I didn't have a choice. But yeah, it's fine. Okay.
All right.
All right, then I will. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody. Thank
And-
you for joining.
And thank you so
Oh.
much.
Also, we are not entirely sure when we will be back next week. If we are doing Thursday or jumping back to Monday, just make sure you have the bell rung.
Yeah.
And you are still subscribed to YouTube, and the bell is rung for all notifications.
Except
so you will be.
Except the other day it didn't ring.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying make sure it's your all the things are done. That way you will know for sure when we will be on for our next live interactive Q&A.
And it might be that Aaron comes back for Monday and me Tuesday, or I might do Tuesday or Monday. And when I say Tuesday and Thursday, I'm dyslexic. I get those two mixed up all the time. So check whether I say Tuesday or Thursday, because I'm always going to be wrong. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, they've changed it.